Japanese self-defense force sonar arrays have located 2 USSR submarines just west of Hokkaido. JDS Mochishio has just received orders to locate and destroy both Soviet submarines before they can transit the La Perouse Strait into the Sea of Okhotsk. Acoustic signatures for one of the contacts was positively identified as a Victor III class SSN, but the other unknown is either a Kilo or a Tango class SSK. Both of these Soviet assets are incredibly capable, however, this operation is critical for Allied efforts in the region. These 2 contacts must be destroyed. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back to Sea Power, Naval Combat in the Missile Age. Today we are in command of Mochishio, a Japanese maritime self-defense force submarine operating near Hokkaido. We are tasked with engaging and destroying 2 Soviet submarines that are operating in the area. One is positively identified as a Victor III, which is quite a competent sub to go up against. It's going to be very interesting here. First things first, let's check what we have on sonar. We have a handful of contacts and probably just a bunch of fishing vessels on the surface, but we are going to come up to periscope depth real fast and do a quick sweep up on the surface with the ESM mast and the periscope. Once that is complete, we are going to drop down below the layer and take a listen, as that's probably where our Victor friend is operating. They are probably going to be in this area over here, but we shall see. Let's take a look at the Ushio class sub that we are using. Max speed 20 knots. We have the Type 80 torpedo, and this is what we are going to be rocking today. Top speed 34 knots. It is wire guided though. That 34 knot speed is probably going to be an issue. That is rather slow, especially compared to a Victor III, which I think has a top speed of 30-ish knots. So they're pretty fast. Anyway, we will cross that bridge when we get to it. Raise the periscope, raise the ESM mast. Masts are up and peeking over the water. Not picking anything up. No radar emissions. Okay, good to know. We are all alone for the most part. Okay, reduce speed to 1/3. We are going to drop down below the thermal layer. Thermal layers at 374 feet. We are currently on a heading of 245 degrees. I'm okay with just maintaining this heading until we make contact with the enemy. Now, as we drop below the thermal layer here, we should also address the other enemy submarine that is operating in these waters, and it is a diesel electric boat. The briefing said it's either a Romeo or a Kilo. I'm pretty much going to assume it's going to be a Kilo class submarine, as that is a more capable submarine. All of these submarines out here do have their own wire guided torpedoes. The Test 71, and I do think it's probably faster than the Type 80, but I'm not sure. Regardless, it's going to be quite a fight we are going into. The Kilo is going to be quieter than the Victor. It's probably going to take a while to pick her up, if we even find it at all. We are passing 300 feet now. The thermal layers at 395 feet, so nice. Oh, excuse me, 374 feet. So nice and deep today. Should be passing it here shortly. We are going to most likely lose these surface contacts here. Yep, there we go. Contacts are fading. Still can hear this guy, track 7003. Looks to be, yeah, some sort of fishing boat. Interesting that we're still maintaining contact 30 nautical miles away. We're probably still hearing that trawler because of some convergent zone, I'd say, if we're hearing it at 30 nautical miles away beneath the layer. Something to keep in mind with the Soviet subs, we are not picking them up at the moment yet, though. We are going to continue to crawl down below the layer at a speed of 3 knots. We got something. Submerged contact, 15 nautical miles away. Speed is 20 knots at a depth of 365 feet. Let's take a look at this. What's their course? 044. Mark this all down. You guys know the drill. 044 at 20 knots. She is moving pretty darn fast, and we are pretty much on track to engage her already. The crew has positively identified it as a hostile submarine. It is a nuke boat. This is our Victor 3. Yeah, and that Victor 3 does have that towed sonar array. We do need to worry about that. My original plan was to maneuver into these enemy submarines' baffles, their blind spot behind them, and fire off some torpedoes. Now, the towed array will make that difficult. However, if the sub is cruising down here at 20 knots, I don't think they're going to have that towed array out. And if they do have it streamed out, I don't think they're going to be hearing too much. When we launch our torpedoes, I want to make sure we are launching when that Victor is going at 20 knots. Hopefully that way she will not hear our launch transients. Okay, it's 11:12 Zulu. Contact has faded. Still heading 044. She dropped down to 5 knots and we have lost contact. I'll stop. I'll stop ourselves. We're going to hold tight. And we'll wait. She may just be listening for a brief period of time. Hopefully she will continue cruising at her 20 knot speed. It is possible she's just listening. We shall see though. Here we go. Good news. Contact is speeding back up. We reestablished contact. She's back on her heading of 044 and moving at 20 knots. Let's start moving ourselves 3 knots. I highly doubt she would pick us up even if we were just continuing to cruise at 3 knots, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Okay, let's see. How far away are we from this guy's track? That's my next question. About 2 nautical miles. If I can get real close, I think that's going to be good. Well, while I'm looking at this, what is the top speed of the Victor 3? 32 knots. Jeez, okay, even faster than I initially thought. So our torpedoes have a 2 knot speed advantage over the Victor 3. That is rough. That is not good. Let's try to come in a little closer. Pretty much all this guy has to do is pick up our torpedoes early and run away. Our torpedo range is 8 nautical miles. That's not half bad. I want to draw an 8 nautical mile ring around Mochi-Shio. 8 nautical miles. Okay, torpedo range. Yeah, I'd like to be really close when we fire. We can see if we can get in that close. Of course, I'd really rather not evade enemy torpedoes all that much, so we can see if we can do this relatively undetected. We may just have to project where our Victor friend is going to be and stay above the layer, for example. Our torpedoes are also wire guided, so we are going to have the ability to dogleg them. That is definitely something I would like to do. If we can avoid torpedoes being fired directly at us, that is ideal. New update. 10:30, contact has completely faded. She was last detected down here, coming up above the thermal layer. Let's track her, come up above the layer ourselves, shall we? Still no sign of the diesel-electric boat, which is moderately concerning. I would like to know where both of those subs are before we fire. What's our depth? Thermal layers at 374. We are passing 380 feet here. It is getting pretty dark topside. It's 1929 local. Okay, popping up. I'll stop. Let's just float up now. Okay, surface contacts detected all over the place. Lots of shipping out there. No sign of the Victor. Okay, she's probably up at periscope depth or something, listening. If she was still cruising at 20 knots, we'd absolutely hear her. Okay, let's go down below the layer. She seems to be slowing down to 5 knots and apparently checking above and below the layer, depending probably every other time. Yep, oh, here we go. I can click on her. You can see the towed array being streamed out back there. Yep, she is listening, 5 knots. Still maintaining that course of 044 degrees. Okay, we are going to drop down below the layer. We are going to, we'll stay stationary at the time being. We are really not in a rush. We're already in our ambush position, more or less, and we just need to remain undetected. I am starting to get a little nervous. It is 10:41 and still no sign of our Victor 3 friend. It's been, I want to say almost 15 to 20 minutes. Let's come up above the layer.
3, 2, 6, dive by.
See what she's doing. Make sure there's no drastic course change or anything like that. And we can speed this up. Let's start moving at 3 knots again. I really need an update on her position. Okay, we are crawling once again, coming up. Definitely getting dark up there. Okay. Where are you? Okay, we are passing the layer now. As we speak. Multiple contacts, surface contacts. No idea. Should have marked the Victor's last known position. I'll stop. See if we can hear her. Another surface contact. They're probably all just fishing boats. Yep, certainly seems to be that way. This guy may not be. Info. Yeah, merchant ship or small boat. Still nothing. Okay, they're going real slow. Okay, go back down below the layer. I'm not liking it. Not liking it one bit. We'll stay down below the layer and crawl at 3 knots. We'll start moving once we're below the layer. That layer is a nice little buffer that is hopefully going to keep us undetected. If we don't hear some movement by 10:50, then I'll really start getting concerned. But they're probably just listening, taking their time, shooting off a radio message, living life. Okay, passing. Contacts are fading. Good. Passing the layer. All ahead 1/3. Let's get moving. And I'll keep you all updated here. I'm enjoying just tracking this Victor. Seeing the AI actually do all this behavior is pretty cool. I bet they are on an actual schedule, and I could figure it out, although this little stint up above the layer has been longer than I anticipated. I think it was longer than the first, their first little trip up there. Or first little trip slowing down and listening anyway. The enemy waited right up until the bell. Okay. It is 10:50. Made contact. They are once again going 20 knots. So in 1 hour, they'll be way up here if they maintain this. Look at that. Okay. Good to know. Still no sign of the other sub. We will ID you as hostile. But she is back, still maintaining that course, 045, speed 20. We're going to cut in just a little bit. We're going to be very close to our track. It's going to get kind of scary. In just about 20 minutes, this sub is going to be near our position here, and that's when we are going to fire. I'm thinking we're just above the layer here, and she's zooming past at 20 knots. We'll fire when she's about here. Still no sign of the diesel electric boat that's out there. We will cross that bridge whenever we get to it. The Victor slowed down dramatically. I'll stop. Above the layer. Above the layer.
3, 2, 6, dive by.
Come up above the layer. Just float on up. Yep, she's at 5 knots. She is listening. Toad array is being streamed out. Look at that. Okay, we are going to pop up and just hold our breath. We're probably going to lose contact once again once we are above the layer. A couple of feet away from crossing over. 5 knots, huh? It's still no sign of your diesel friend. Okay, we still hear the Victor. Okay, contact faded. Good. That's what I'd expect. I'm going to stay up here for... Let's see. They go back to 20 knots right now. This is highly unlikely. I'll be about here in 10 minutes. I'll drop back down in 10 minutes and take a listen. So at 11:10, we're dropping down below the layer. We just briefly picked up a submerged submarine, moving 20 knots, dropping deep. She came up. Okay, go down below the layer. She popped up for a brief second and is now diving deep. It must have been an accident. She's going down. Speed 20 knots, course 088. That is annoying. Let me erase this. 088. That is going to be problematic because we're not really going to be able to catch her. I may just have to utilize our torpedoes and fire now. Much sooner than I wanted. Okay, reestablish contact. 20 knots, 088, 2.37 nautical miles out. Okay, pop up above the layer. We are going to launch. Mark this position. Not that it really matters all that much. We are going to dogleg our torpedoes. I'm going to have one torpedo kind of head towards her baffles, and the other is going to come around in front, and hopefully we'll be able to cut that sub off if she does start moving at 32 knots. Okay, thermal layer here is at 374. We're about to pass that. We're going to launch 2 Type 80 torpedoes. Kind of wondering if I should launch 3. Thinking 2 will be enough. Okay, wait till we lose contact. We're passing the layer. There we go, lost contact. Launch tube 1. Muzzle door opening. There goes tube 1. Okay, perfect. And these are wire-guided torpedoes. We do have the wire. Since they are wire-guided torpedoes, they should not be shutting those muzzle doors. Launch tube 2. In dangerous waters and sub-command, I would frequently accidentally close the muzzle doors and just stamp my wire right off the bat, lose control of the torpedo. Okay, 2 torpedoes are away. I'm going to start heading this way. I'll head 1/3, drop down below the layer. Now these torpedoes are operating at 351 feet. They are above the layer. I want this torpedo to just turn south, and this one to kind of head towards our fella at an angle. Our boat has now dropped down below the layer and the torpedoes are closing in on the target. I am just going to head east for the time being. These torpedoes may stir up that diesel-electric boat. We'll see if she ends up responding to all of this noise. Hopefully, I will actually be able to pick that thing up here soon. If not, it's going to be a mission failure. I mean, we'll sink the Victor 3, but nothing else. Contact's maintaining 20 knots. Good. I want this torpedo to kind of stay back. This one is the one I want. She'll just head right into her baffles. Hopefully it can remain undetected. It's above the layer, target to moving 20 knots. Toad array is retracted. Contact is dramatically slowing down. It's going to here. Let's have this Type 80 start cutting on in. Cut on in. She is still at 500 feet. Let's come up above the layer, above the layer.
3, 2, 6, dive aye.
I'll stop. I'll stop. If she starts coming up really fast, we know she's probably going to launch. This torpedo looks good as well. Good backup here. She is turning. Like, what the heck is that, Ivan? Is that torpedo coming towards us? The torpedo is not pinging or anything, so Okay, she's coming up. 510 feet, 5 knots. Torpedo is 0.9 nautical miles away. I'll have this torpedo continue to move to intercept. Okay, it lost contact on our friend. That's because we are up above the layer. Okay, it's launching noisemakers. I hear the noisemaker in the water. Target is accelerating. Go down below the layer, down below the layer.
3, 9, 6, dive
Okay, I want the torpedo to start searching. We got her 17, 18 knots. The Victor 3 is accelerating. Our torpedo is hopefully pretty darn close at this point. Target is heading 112, 113 degrees. Continuing to accelerate. She's up to 29 freaking knots. Actually amazing. She's up to 30 knots. Okay, got her. Okay, Test 71 torpedoes have been fired up in our direction. Not good. This one's a problem. Okay, we need to get out of the way of this thing. What's their depth at? 400 feet. All ahead full. Let's get moving. 32 knots, huh? I just need this Type 80 to move to intercept. Okay, I thought we lost a wire. What's our speed? 13 knots. All ahead standard. These torpedoes are problematic. Top speed 35 knots, 430 feet. Okay, they fired a fat spread. Let's come this way. 423 feet. Up above the layer, above the layer. These are all wire guided, we gotta remember that. I'll stop. Find the Victor. Where is it? No idea. Torpedo's hopefully closing. Okay, below the layer. All head standard. Speed this up. 423 feet. What's our depth? 355. Go very deep, very deep. Okay, got the noise. She's up above the layer. Okay. Above the layer, all head full. Good. Come on. Please get close enough. This looks nice. Mochishio is running. Just got to get out of the way of this torpedo, this Test 71 here. Glad we can still hear this contact. Passive contact. Okay, surface contact. I do not care about that. This torpedo is 0.24 nautical miles away. This one's in chase. Not really closing all that much, is it? So 0.2, 0.19. There's the target. Fantastic intercept. It could have been a little better. Okay, torpedoes honed in. Good. You just got to catch it. Come on. Just got to catch it. One hit, she's done for. So close. This is going to be the slowest pursuit ever. 2 knot difference. Good job, Type 80. We are continuing to run. This Test 71 is still spinning around. Good stuff. Good stuff. 0.9 nautical miles out. Victor 3 is just churning up water like hell. I think they realize this is... I mean... Hopefully they aren't going to outrun this. If this torpedo detonates from running out of fuel, I'm going to be upset. It is ever so slowly closing, though. I just want to hit her right in that prop. That other Type 80 is going to have a good chance. More noisemakers in the water. Not throwing off this torpedo, though. She's going deep, attempting to go deep. Come on. Slowly getting there. This is This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. 2 torpedoes are actively pinging. Just bobbing up and down. Trying to throw off this torpedo is probably doing nothing but slowing her down. I'm gonna hit her right in those screws. Come on. Let's see it. That is horrific. Oh man. I do wonder, all these bubbles would probably be just messing with that torpedo. Like sheer amount of cavitation here. Okay, here we go. It's inching in. Just check on our situation. We have not been acquired. Come on, let's see it. Blow that screw clean off. Okay. Come on. There we go. Got him. Okay. I'll stop. I'll stop. Below the layer, below the layer. Listen. It's other Type 80 torpedoes closing in. Surface contacts. Okay. We gotta find this other sub. No sign of them. No sign of them yet. Making a whole lot of noise though. Big explosion in the water, probably disturbing everything. Okay, second torpedo's closing in on the Victor. Yeah, she's not outrunning this one. The Victor is now moving at 1 knot, really just drifting. Okay, test torpedoes are in the water. No idea where this other test 71 is, probably behind us. She is desperately launching more noisemakers. This torpedo is, there we go. 2 hits on the Victor. I think she is done for. Okay, we are just going to listen for a little bit and see if that Victor ends up sinking. I'm sure she will. Torpedo reloads, 4 minutes on tubes 1 and 2. It looks like the crew of the Victor was able to evacuate. They are going down now. It is one of the 2 submarines destroyed. New sound contact has just been detected. Oh my gosh. You know why they've probably been detected? Because there's a Test 71 torpedo heading directly towards them. The funniest thing could happen right now. This is hostile. She is moving at 14 knots. Come on. Hopefully this Test 71 acquires her and saves us the trouble. Could you imagine how hilarious that would be? Victor is sinking. Yeah, she's going down nice and deep, passing 1,500 feet. Come on. Let's change course while we're at it. All ahead 1/3. Target is moving at 14 knots. She's zooming. Just lost contact. Okay, mark this position. I'm not sure if the Test 71 is going to acquire it. It's heading directly at her, though. 480 feet. These torpedoes only have a speed of 35 knots, so slightly better than us, than ours, but... Let's see, how far away is this? 4.67 nautical miles out. I do want to get much closer than that. Oh my god. It's acquired. Torpedoes increase speed to 40 knots once it's activated. I could not have wished for something better. I can see the enemy sub. It's a kilo. Oh, brother. This is hilarious. Oh, man. Did not even detect this kilo. That's how quiet she is. Impact. Oh, my goodness. That is rough. That is rough. We didn't use a single noisemaker. I'm not even going to stay down below the layer. Contact is decreasing speed. We just got the report. JSDF sonar array reports multiple subsurface detonations west of Hokkaido. HQ assesses these explosions as enemy submarine contacts breaking up at crush depth. Excellent work, Commander. Return to patrol station and await further orders. We also have this, gained a proficiency level I'm wondering if this has something to do with the campaign that is coming, but that is pretty darn neat to see as well. That was an awesome mission. That was hilarious. You know, taking out other submarines with their buddies' torpedoes is great. You can see her going down here, passing 500 feet, massive hole. And yeah, I mean, the reason we didn't detect her, we only picked her up at, what, 4.3 nautical miles away, going 14 knots. I mean, that is a very, very quiet submarine. We are going to come up to periscope depth and finish the mission. Well, folks, that is going to do it for today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I'll see you all on the next one.